Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Rops from the 6'4", and you're watching Take Flight.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy Wings and 24 Karat Kev.
Hello.
And you're tapped into the Take Flight podcast. Today, brother, we got someone who just dropped their album. I'm going to go straight into a Rops in the building. What's happening, cuz? What's happening, bro?
Rops1, Rops from the 6'4".
Thank you for making your way out
Album's
here.
out now, so yeah.
Go cop it. Go listen. Go stream. Go watch the videos. Come on.
Run it up.
To start off, bro, thank you for making way in the city. I know it's a fucking hard task.
It's all good, it's all good.
Getting out about.
I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I come, legit.
Thank you, bro. All right, we're going to go straight into it, right? Look, obviously, you just dropped the album. It's doing this thing. It's making numbers. It's hard as fuck. The songs are hard, but also you talk a lot of shit, bro. You talk a lot of your shit. You open up a lot about a lot of subjects. So we're going to, tap into a lot of these things throughout today, yeah?
Yeah, no, sweet.
My guy. On Silver Spoons, we're going to go straight into it, bro. You're up about pulling up solo, right?
Yeah.
All the time.
Always.
All right. I first experienced that. I don't know if you remember seeing me there. You probably don't. But the area showcase.
Parramatta,
bro. That's the first time I've ever seen you out and about.
Yeah.
You see Hef's pulling up with his squad. My people were pulling up with their squad. You, before you went on, I go, oh, who you got here with you? You're like,
no one.
Just me, bro.
1 ounce, brother.
Always. That's the
1
first
ounce.
time I experienced that. You're always on the gram shouting out artists, though. You're showing love to people around the city, around the country. Is there a reason you choose to stay solo in day-to-day life, then?
I don't need to roll around with 10 people.
100%.
I do my thing, you know what I mean? I'll pull up anywhere 1 ounce, I don't really care.
Amen.
So yeah.
Is this anything to do with artists, though? Is there any part of you that links up with them outside of the music world just to kick it, or that's not really your thing? You're there for the music?
Like certain people, yeah. But like if I'm going to go studio with people, I'm just there to do music.
Yeah.
I'm not there to kick back and, you know what I mean? I'm there to work. But I don't really link up with artists outside the studio.
Fair,
you know
bro.
what I mean? I just do it to work and that's it.
There for the music.
Yeah.
Mad, bro. All right. On Play, you rap about being off parole, being able to catch flies, yeah?
Yeah.
I've seen since your release on posts we've done, you got fans in a state, bro. Artist fans, and you got fans. Is there any part of you that wants to kick off and get on a tour around Australia?
I want to do a tour for this album, but the only thing is majority of the places want to do over 18s. I don't want to do over 18s. I want to do all ages. Do you know what I mean? Like not every 18-year-old wants to come to my show, and majority of my fan base is like young. You know what I mean? So if I can sort that out, yeah, I'll go anywhere. But I still need to get over my fear of flying.
Did that come from something, or you just had it?
No, I've never been on a plane, but I've watched too much air crash investigations.
Oh, bro.
You know what I mean? So I'm a bit etched out on it. So yeah, but until then, yeah. But I'm keen to do shows outside the state now that I'm off parole.
You know what you could do, bro? You could get like a double-decker bus, like old school, like the metal bands in the 80s, like the fucking Rops mobile.
And just drive around.
Yeah,
that's
fucking
what me and Enter were talking about. I was like, bro, we'll just drive around in a big bus, go fucking place to place, you know what I mean?
The thing is, in Australia, you can do that too. And what, 10-hour drive to Queensland?
Yeah, I know, that's exactly right.
Much.
Yeah, I'd rather do that than be in a plane crash.
Straight up. Don't stress us out like this, man.
I hate planes, bro.
Just make sure you get Qantas, bro, because I went to Byron the other day and I got on one of those little planes with the propellers. I was fucking looking out the window.
No chance, bro.
I was freaking out, but it was fun.
That, no way.
But you did touch on something important, man, because a lot of people want to do all ages shows, but obviously with venues and the way they're trying to make money, obviously we had 3 years of COVID, everyone was shut down and they're trying to make as much money as possible. When you do all ages shows, the venues can't take as much money from the bar, and that's why it's so hard to do all ages venues. But I definitely think it's something that needs to be addressed. I don't know whether that's some sort of government thing or a venue thing, but we need more all ages venues, man, because the kids
100%.
I seen Lee you posted about Lee doing an all ages show the other day, and that's mad. We need more venues to kind of really get behind people doing under 18 shows, because it's like Kid Leroy, Lee, all these cunts were popping before they were 18, so
Yeah, that's exactly right.
There was a while when you were, though, I remember years back, you were rapping quite a bit about how you were on parole, you couldn't go interstate and this and that.
Yeah.
So I think that's the case for a lot of rappers who have, trouble past or criminal records or whatever. So what is actually the process that you went through to try and argue, to try and go interstate, you know what I mean, to play shows or whatever?
When I was on parole, I asked my parole officer. So I was on parole before I started doing music. And then I started doing music and that, and then I had like shows lined up in like Melbourne, here. And then I went into parole because I used to go to parole every Wednesday. And I said to my parole officer at the time, I was like, I want to leave the state. Like, you know what I mean? I do music. He's like, nah, you can't. And I was like, why? And he's like, you can't. I said, even if I go to Melbourne and report to the police station at Melbourne, you know what I mean? But no, they wouldn't let me.
So you're never able to solve the issue? Never
been able to solve it.
So it's just up to the specific parole officer, or is there...
It's up to parole, the officer, police, whoever.
Yeah.
But yeah, they wouldn't let me do that, so I was spewing on that.
Yeah, and I think that's, I mean, obviously on a larger scale, we've seen that with 1-4 getting all their shows shut down and stuff like that. So I think for all the rappers out there, man, like if you do get in trouble with the law, just know how much it can really hinder your career. You know what I mean?
100%.
I feel like live is the backbone of any kind of artist career nowadays, and it's like if you can't do that, it could really fuck things up for a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I regret doing that. But I wasn't doing music before I got done for what I got done for, you know. Now that I've done, like now I've been doing music, I haven't really been in trouble. Like I've had little stuff happen, but that's about it. Nothing too major, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just keep my head down now. I don't bother with anything, which is good.
100.
We'll get into
all the artists out there, listen to him.
Yeah, 100%. Make money,
first-hand experience, brother. First-hand experience.
100%. Heartless, another record on the album, you open up about a lot of subjects. One of the things you touched on was growing up in docks. So can you tell us about that experience in the system?
Oh, fuck. I was in docks from when I was like 3 months old until I was like 2 or something. So originally my mum didn't want me back. My mum told docs that if I don't get him back by the time he's 2, just make him water the state. And then she ended up getting me back. And then I lived with her for a bit. This is when we were living in Rosemeadow, Campbelltown. So I lived with her. And then at about 5 or something, I would have been about 5, 6. Or I would have been 5, my brother would have been 6, and my other brother would have been 7. My mum handed us into docs because she couldn't look after us. So then I went to docs then for a good like year or 2 or something. So I was in foster care and stuff. And then, and then I ended up, because I didn't meet my real dad till I was like 5. I never knew who my dad was. And then I met my real dad. And he was with his partner at the time, my stepmom, and they just had a kid, my little brother. And then, I got out of docs and I ended up going to live with my dad. So, yeah. But
do you remember much of that?
Yeah. I still talk to my docs, like my foster parents and stuff now.
That's what I was going to say, because you hear a lot of people have different experiences when they go into the foster doc system. Some have great experiences and, like you said, form a long bond with...
Yeah. So my experience in docs was good. Like, I reckon it wasn't too bad. I don't know, I was young, but I don't really know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really mind it, I guess. It wasn't too bad, you know? So yeah, but docs was alright. Like, you know, you do visits every week and stuff with your parents and shit. But yeah, it wasn't too bad, I guess.
Yeah. So you said you kept in touch with your foster parents and stuff.
I still talk to my foster parents. So I had 2 foster parents. I had Angela and Barbara. Angela was the one that looked after me from when I was a baby. I still talk to her every day because now I've got a son. She always asks me like, how's my son and stuff, this, that. And I still talk to Barbara.
That's
so I
awesome,
talk to both of them.
That's fresh. Yeah. Do you show them your raps and stuff?
Yeah. They spin out, bro. Yeah, because Angela, my old foster parent Angela, she has Instagram. Yeah. She follows me. So yeah, she's always commenting on my stuff and that, you know what I mean?
Supportive,
so,
yeah.
Barbara 100%. Just pumping Rops1
yeah, full old ladies too, you know what I mean? Whipping around and that.
No, but to be honest, that's like very fresh, you know what I mean? That you're able to maintain that relationship.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And you know, for them to be able to see like you've grown up and doing all this.
Yeah, now I'm not a little kid no more. Because my brothers don't speak to their carers. So my older brother used to live with Luke Irwin's family. Because they do foster as well, Okay. But my brothers, they didn't stay in contact with them, but I did.
And another thing I remember last time I interviewed you, I touched on was your experience with Heaps Decent. So for anyone that doesn't know Heaps Decent, it's a program that goes around and teaches kids in underprivileged areas or kids in juvie how to make music and how to really have a creative outlet for their emotions and stuff like that. So tell us about your experience in Heaps Decent and how that kind of put you on the music path in the early days.
So I was in year 4 or year 5 at Lamandra Behaviour School, and then they were all right, Lamandra, because it's behaviour school. They used to like do stuff for the kids, you know. So they're like, we're going to do a workshop with these people. They're going to come in, they're going to bring in laptops, studio equipment. They want you to do music, you know. Levin's come in with Shantan. Is that his name? Yeah.
We shouted him out in the last episode.
Yeah. So shout out to both of them. So they both come in, and then they were helping kids write music and stuff. And I always had a thing for music. I've always listened to music since I was young. And then like we were just writing, and I could write without the help. And then like I could rap as well, you know, and then they'd spin out. So then, every week they used to come in, I used to write heaps of raps. And then I had a little Nokia and they used to Bluetooth it to me. And then I'd go home and show my mum and that. And I'd be like, yeah, I've done this today, you know. And then they got me a radio session on FBI.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I was like 10 years old. I still got all the photos and that too when I was a little kid. So I went there and I'd done that. And then I left Lamandra. And then I never spoke to him after that. But I still always had that love for music, you know what I mean? And then I started getting older and that, and I'd like kick back with the boys, and they'd be like freestyle. So I used to just freestyle. And then, I started doing Facebook videos, uploading stuff to Facebook.
That was
So
a time. I
always
love
the
that
mobile
time,
phone.
That's
bro.
why I got heaps of like old
Yeah.
freestyles and stuff when I was a kid. But yeah, the oldest video I got is from like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, of me at the Opera House in the studio at the Opera House.
Is that still online?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. No one knows what it is, but
Yeah, I'm not
it's,
gonna lie. I
it's full
searched.
proper OG, bro. I'm not even joking,
I
bro.
searched through YouTube yesterday looking for some older ones, but I didn't
Bro,
see that one. Bro.
this one's full OG. Balls haven't dropped, little kid, Nike fit on.
But that's what I was gonna say. The balls hasn't dropped is a big thing because you got
Yeah.
one of the staunchest voices in
Yeah,
Australia.
I know.
don't
But you
give a
listen
fuck,
to my
bro.
old stuff, bro. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I sound like a little kid, bro. It's full bad.
But you were literally.
Yeah,
bro.
100%. I
Yeah.
was a little kid. That's why everyone used to be like, well, why don't you delete it? And I'm like, no. Because now I'm grateful that I have that. Because now I do music, you know what I mean? I can look back on videos that I've got from 10 years ago and it just makes me laugh, you know what I mean?
Truthfully, bro, like a lot of people look back at the old music though, and it's pretty disappointing.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know,
gonna
I
lie.
know, yeah.
We were looking at that one on YouTube of you when you're young. I don't know how old you were at this
Yeah, I
stage.
would've been
I want
about
to bring it
16.
up. Was it 16?
Yeah,
you
would've
look
been
young
about
as fuck.
16, 15.
But I think you were doing still pretty good for that
Freshman.
age,
I used to
mate.
go alright for a little kid, bro.
Can you still remember those raps?
Some of them. I
But
gotta
if
hear
I pulled
them
it up on
first.
YouTube, would you be able to rap to it?
Maybe.
Can I
don't
try
know. Go, put it on.
Left it over bars.
Oh, bro.
Oh,
That one's way too old, bro. That one's way. I remember it, but bro, I don't even know. That's way too old, bro. Because they were all freestyles, bro.
What, off the top?
Yeah, off the top. I never used to write music. Never used to write music at all. They were all freestyles, bro.
That's hard, bro.
Yeah, and my mate used to just record me.
You still freestyle now?
No,
Off the
I
top.
can when I get drunk.
No, me.
But I don't bother.
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
What do you need to for these?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Now I do music, brother. I got no need,
100%.
like, you know, no need to freestyle.
Yeah, I remember when we first spoke about Heaps Decent in the first interview we did, you know, Levens, Shantan, even Nina Las Vegas, they were all kind of in there fucking being like, crazy, like how far Rops has come, man. Because I remember he was a little kid came in. I'm pretty sure Levin said like, oh, he called me a Gronk on the first day or something. Or like,
Because I was a little kid, bro.
yeah, it's just hectic, but because you know they're all still tapped in and they see your progression, so that's mad. But speaking on Rops when he was young, if you look at the cover of Music Saved Me, we'll superimpose it down here or something.
We will.
Man, you got some fresh outfits for a little kid. There's the one on the top right, which is like an aqua dry fit with a matching aqua polo with the bum bag
Yeah.
on. Come
I
on,
used to-
baby Rops was kitted
I used
out.
to have the steez, bro, back in the day, you know what I mean? Been doing it since, fuck, bro, ages, bro. Legit. I've always dressed like that. But no, I feel like I used to dress like a bum when I was a little kid. Now it's different.
But that's what is cool now.
You know what
Let's
I
be
mean?
serious,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
What you were
yeah.
wearing back then, you might have
Yeah,
been
I know.
considered that.
Yeah, I
Now it's
know.
the freshest thing. We were talking about this on the last episode. TNs, bro. Come
Yeah.
on. How bad have they been? The name they've had for so long.
Yeah, I know. But I've always wore TNs.
Yeah, that's what
I've
I
been
mean,
wearing
though.
TNs since I was a little kid, bro. Like, legit. I'm not new to TNs, and
Of
I know how to
course.
wear TNs, and I've got good pairs of TNs, you know what I mean? I'm not like these.
Look, if you ever get over
other
him, Sam, what
people.
size are you?
I'm a size 9.
Fuck.
Hey, same as me.
11.
Yeah, size
Come
9
on, bro.
over here, bro.
Get those
Nah,
foot
that's
sizes
too
up.
big, bro. That's
Hey,
too
Nike,
big.
only rapper in Australia who has a song named TN. Sponsor
Yeah.
the kid. Come on.
I need a collab with TNs, legit.
I'm trying to get that too, man. I want some Take Flight Blue TNs.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll battle
Need a
it
nice
out.
set of Rops TNs.
All right, we can collab on that one or something.
Yeah, 100%.
All right,
I'm
let's go.
keen.
All right, we're getting a bit more serious again, bro. As your album is, you speak about your Uncle Ray ODing, yeah?
Yeah.
At what age were you when that was a thing? Were you young or were you a bit older?
I think I was just born.
Oh, young.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
growing up then, learning about this, what kind of effect did that have on you? Either just that situation or your thoughts on drugs as it was?
No, I didn't really know until I got older. So my Uncle Raymond, my pop and that got him cremated.
Yeah.
And then when I used to go, before my pop passed away, we used to go to my nan's and my pop's house. I was like, baby, bro. And my pop used to get him down and I'd like pretend to talk to him. I was a little kid, brother, you know what I mean? Never met my uncle, you know? And then I never knew what happened until I started getting older. And then, yeah, my unmates and that told me what happened. Like he was, yeah, on the heroin back in like Cabramatta days and stuff. And yeah, overdose. So I've never been big on heroin. I can't stand gear. I can't stand none of that stuff, you know what I mean? Because like, I got my own reasons, you know?
Of course.
So yeah, that's like, yeah, same as like alcohol. My NAs, she passed away from alcohol. I'm not really big on alcohol. So yeah.
What a healthy guy, bro.
Yeah,
Somewhat,
I try to be healthy,
yeah,
bro.
somewhat. You
know
look
what I mean?
fierce, all right.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Speaking of your nan, at the same, what song was it? Something about, you rap about when Nen left had no home.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact bar.
Yeah, that was in Heartless.
Heartless.
That was in Heartless, yeah.
Was that meaning that there was a time where you were homeless or?
Yeah, so what happened was I was living with my NAs at the time. This
Yeah.
in Macfields. And she had plans to move to Queensland, and I didn't want to move to Queensland. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm from Campbelltown. What am I going to do in Queensland? I know no one, you know. And then she packed up and left me.
Damn.
I wasn't talking to my dad then because my dad was bad on the ice and stuff. I wasn't talking to my mum, so I didn't really have nowhere to go, you know. So I was homeless for a couple of days, and then my mate clicked on. He went up to my house and it was boarded up, and then he's like, "Where you been?" I was like, "Up at home." He's like, "No, you haven't." And then I ended up telling him, so I stayed with him for a bit, and then I ended up ringing my dad actually, and I was like, you know, like, what have you been doing and that? And he's like, "Oh, I'm off the stuff now. I got my own house, this, that." And then he's like, "Look, if you want to, like, you know, come see me, this, that." So then I ended up going to live with him. He ended up getting off the stuff for a bit, so yeah. Awesome. Turned out all right, I guess.
Yeah, fair, man. Fair. How long were you living in that house by yourself?
Like 4 days.
4 days?
Yeah.
Oh,
I woke up to removalists full removing the house and that.
What, are you just sitting there?
Yeah. I woke up to him, bro, and my NAs was gone. I was like, what's going on here? Yeah.
Look, man, all these stories end up like just making a great person.
Yeah,
you know
no, 100%. I mean?
Great music, 100%. Great art.
Yeah,
like, this is one thing about this album that I love before we keep going into anyway, is that there's a lot of rappers out here, but not a lot of them have a story or a deep story behind them.
100%.
And everyone that does seems to come out with the best music, in my opinion. In Wasn't Fair, bro, you rap a lot of RIPs, bro. There's a bunch. I can't remember how many, but there was a bunch.
There's a good 4 or 5.
Yeah, there was a bunch. Going through that many, having that many losses in your life, because to be honest, I haven't experienced a whole lot like that. How's that affected the way you go about, you know, your day-to-day life or what you're trying to do out here?
I know, after like my mate Shannon passed away, it was a bit, you know what I mean? And then so Cody, and then Shannon, and then Tama, and then Tyler. So yeah, but then I just learned. I sort of got used to it now. You know what I mean? I don't cry at funerals no more. Like, it's a bit, you know. But yeah, I've been to way too many funerals in the past 4 years.
On a bit of a somewhat better note, on Wasn't Fair, Need Your Love, bro. Need Your Love. You know, a lot of rappers out there, they're promoting how many hoes they got, this and that. You're not scared to open up.
Yeah,
talk about the love you got for someone out there, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I had that song there for ages. So I wrote that about like my previous partner, my baby mama.
Yeah.
And I never planned on releasing it. I still got more of stuff like that. Yeah. But then I know she was like, what's the point of writing something like that if you're not going to release it, you know what I mean? And then like now I've realized, like, I used to just focus on releasing like hard music, you know, that gangster shit, you know what I mean? But now I've realized, like, bro, like, I'm the biggest Husky fan. Like, I love Husky's music. You do not understand. And then when I listen to that, I'm like, bro, I relate to Husky, you know what I mean? Picture how many people relate to me. So then I was like, oh, I'll release that, you know? Someone's obviously got to be going through the same thing I'm going through, you know? So that's why I just released it, no video, nothing. And
that's it.
And people were like, bro, like, I'm going through the same stuff. Like, I relate to this, you know what I mean? So that's why I've been tapping into that side of music. I've been like trying to tap into the deep side.
That's it. It's a breath of fresh air, bro.
Yeah, people 100%, you know, 100%. People need everyone relates, you know what I mean?
To every little story out there, there's going to be a bunch of people that relate behind it.
100%.
Would you find, you talk a lot about her and how she affected your life. I am a big believer in the right woman being able to change your life completely.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that the 100%. Same kind of route you went down meeting her?
But when I met her, bro, I was like the biggest bum, bro. No money, had missing teeth. I don't know why she even like wanted to be with me. You know what I mean? I was sleeping on the floor in my dad's house, lad, no bed, nothing, you know what I mean? And then, yeah, like, she was with me for like majority of my time, you know what I mean? So I always love and respect her for that.
So also another big change, obviously became a father.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wings 2 last week.
Daddy,
2 weeks ago.
Congrats, bro.
Congrats. Dad flew over here.
It's the best.
So how did that change your perspective on things and I guess music as well?
I don't know. When I found out I was having my son, I was like, I didn't know what to feel. Like, I was like, fuck, I'm going to have a kid, you know? And then, I don't know, at that time, like, I was still doing red hot stuff. You know what I mean? Like, not full red hot, but I was still in the area, doing my thing, whatever. And then I just realized, I was like, oh, I can make money from music, or I can sit here doing this all day. You know what I mean? And then what I get done doing this, now I'm going to jail. And now I'm missing out on the birth of my son. Do you know what I mean? So then I put my mind to it, and I was like, I'm just going to focus on music. That's why I dropped my first album. So I was just going to studio every day, bang, bang, bang. So like, my son has changed me a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I could go out and do something red hot now, but then I think, nah, I go to jail now. I'm missing out on my son. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, my son is the main reason, or he's the main reason I am who I am now, legit, straight up. And I'll forever be blessed for that.
When he came out, was it an instant bond you got with this guy? Because I don't know about yourself, bro, but like I didn't expect this shit. People are always like, you know, your kid comes out, you love it like nothing else. I'm like, but how? Bro, my son came out and I'm just like, bro, I'm going to go full, I'm not even, you know, European, but I'm going to go full wog dad on him. You're not leaving the house till you're 33, bro. You can live with me forever. And this is how, bro, that's how I feel. He's only 2 weeks old, bro. It might change.
I'm not like that. When I first had my son, I don't know, bro, like, my son's more of a mama's boy, like legit, but he loves me too. Yeah. So I never like force motorbikes on him, nothing, you know what I mean? But he loves the bikes. He's my biggest fan. I'm telling you, because he's got an iPad, yeah? He goes on YouTube and all he listens to is me.
Right up
legit. And he loves my music, bro. I'm not even joking, loves my music. And when he watches my videos, because I'm always moving my hands, he'll play a song and he starts moving his hands doing
he's got rap hands already.
Yeah, he already has it, bro. Or he comes out in a bally with the little gel blasters, pumping no cap, rips me, bro. I'm telling you, rips me.
Has he come up with his own rap name yet?
Nah, not yet. But I want to get him in the studio, bro.
100%.
Like he's only 2, he turns 3 this year, but like he has convos and that with you. But once he's about 5, I want to get him in the studio.
Is that something you'd like for him to do?
Yeah, but I don't want to force it on him. Yeah, do you know what I mean? That's why like I never forced motorbikes on him. I brought him a bike before he was even born. Yeah, and then I never like tried to double him because I've always had bikes. Never tried to put him on my bike. Never started it around him. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't want him to be scared of it. And now he loves bikes. So I'm not going to force the music on him. I'm just going to let him choose, you know what I mean? 100%. And if he wants to do it, probably we're getting in the studio. We're doing a joint album.
Rops, you know what I mean? Rops featuring Mini Rops.
Yeah,
let's
trust
go,
me, bro. I'm telling you. But yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I want to get him on like one of my songs on an album or something.
Have to, bro.
Just to spin people out. No one's done that, you know what I mean?
I don't think so. Not out here
anyway.
No way,
no way. That's more American, you know what I mean?
Jay-Z.
That's what I mean. No one in Oz is doing that. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing.
Yeah, that's a goal. That's a goal.
Yeah, 100% it is. 100%.
So your son not in the studio yet, but 2 years old. He's in the JD Sports commercial with you. So how did it feel to be able to create those memories and opportunities for him at such a young age? Because I think that was like a year ago, so he would have been like 1, you know?
It was, a couple months ago, actually.
Oh, yeah.
It was about 6-7 months ago, max, yeah.
Yeah.
So originally, I didn't want to do it because, like, I've never posted my son on social media. Same as, like, my baby mama. I keep my private life private, you know what I mean? So then when JD Sports hit me up with that, like, I explained to him the situation, you know? And they're like, oh, look, we won't put it in stores. Like, we'll just do the video. You can do the video, this, that, rah, rah. So yeah, and it turned out pretty good. I was happy with it, you know what I mean? Which was good. And I told him, I said, you need a little model? You come hit me up. I get my son on board, you know what I mean? Legit. So yeah, that turned out all right. And for Lacoste too, you know what I mean?
Hey, Lacoste.
Yeah, shout out Lacoste as well.
Hook him on. Like, where's the sponsorship?
That's right. We need that full sponsorship.
So in that ad, you said something which stuck with me. You said that your son really helped you tap into your emotional side, which you just mentioned before, touched on a little bit. So we really see that in this album. What is it, do you think, that, you know, stops so many young men, especially young men in the rap world, from, you know, tapping into those emotions and showing them?
I think people are just scared. That's what it comes down to, being scared. I never used to like talk about. I don't talk about my stuff. Like, bro, I'm depressed, brother. But you ain't gonna see me talk about it. I feel like I can talk about it through music. Do you understand what I mean? But a lot of people won't do that. They'll think like, nah, that's weak. You know what I mean? That's like some gay shit, this, that, rah, rah. Until I started listening to Husky, that's when I started realizing that, you know what I mean? Everyone has a story and everyone will relate regardless. So yeah, when I had my son, I started tapping into that emotional side. Do you know what I mean? Like when I grew up, like my dad and that, you know, my dad wasn't the best dad. You know what I mean? There's no way I'm going to do that to my son. Do you know what I mean? So I just started realizing stuff like that. So yeah, it made me really tap in.
But that's the best thing. Like you said, bro, you tapping into Husky so much, becoming a fan of that, then yourself going down that route, it's changing, I guess, the idea of what you can and what you can't express out and about.
100% it is, 100% it is.
Yeah. And also, I just wanted to say, like, coming from you, I think a lot of people are going to watch this and really take that on board, because it's like, I feel like everyone's just trying to be so staunch all the time, and it's like,
Yeah, that's
bro,
what I
even,
mean.
even staunch cunts have bad days. Just like relax, you know what I
That's
mean?
what I was trying to say, bro. Like, bro, I can see he rapping hard shit all day.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? But I'd rather hit him with some deep stuff now. That's the vibe I'm on now. You know what I mean? So I'm just focusing on shit like that because people love it, bro. They froth it. Do you know what I mean? And they're keen and they relate. So that's what I've been doing. Like, you're still gonna get the hard bangers. Like that album I just dropped, my new album.
There's a mixture, bro.
Yeah, I didn't plan on doing no like play, silver spoons. I was just gonna go straight deep. You know what I mean? But I was like, no, I'll give them, you know, a couple hard bangers. So yeah, we done that, and they rated it. You know what I mean? They liked it.
Keep it coming.
Happy days.
Keep it coming. Where were we going, bro? You just mentioned having your own health issues, mental health issues, and not being out there wanting to talk about it. Expressing it on an album, like you said, putting it in music, does that help you within your outside life too?
Yeah, 100%, because it gets shit off your chest. You know what I mean? It's like I've never been one to talk about anything. You know what I mean? So I feel like I can sit here and write a song about how I'm feeling, and then I feel sweet now. You know what I mean? It's off my chest. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I do things.
People at home, you go get in the music game, bro. Get in the music, put it on
100%.
paper. If you can't speak about it,
Yeah,
there's
that's
always,
exactly
there's
right.
always
If you
a
can't
way.
speak, bro, there's always a way, regardless. Like legit. But yeah, that's my way of doing it.
Good enough, man.
In the song "Lonely," you had a bar about you used to pray that you had it easy growing up, and now you're glad that you went through hell.
Yeah, I'm glad for that. Legit. I'm glad I come, like, bro, like, people are like, oh no, you had it shit, this, that, but bro, I'm glad I come up the way I did, because I wouldn't be the person I am like today. Do you understand what I mean? I'm glad I come up in housing commission with nothing, not in a big mansion, silver spoon fed, do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I mean by that. Like, I'm glad I come up the way I did, because I wouldn't be the person I am today, and I wouldn't have that mentality or mindset.
Is there one event that you can look at now, where you are now, with hindsight, and think that, wow, that really was like a formative event in like shaping who I became today?
Bro, my whole childhood. Legit, my whole childhood.
Serious,
Legit.
bro, it is, bro.
Yeah.
But that, like, look, you mentioned it a few times, bro. Your things with your mum, with your dad being a bit of a user, I guess. You mentioned that on the album too. Did you? And I think at one point you mentioned on the album that you weren't aware of your dad being a user when you were younger.
Yeah, when I was younger, I didn't really know. Like, so I had a clue, but like, bro, he'd get paid in that from Centrelink at this time, and he'd be broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then there's no food, and then like, bro, you're starving. Me and my brother are starving because we haven't eaten in 2 days. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are we gonna do? Sit here and die of starvation, or let's go get some money up?
Yeah.
So that's what led to pumping breaking enters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have nothing. You know what I mean? And my dad didn't really care at that time. He was just more focused on the drugs before anything else. You know what I mean? So that's what led to me and my brother doing the things that we were doing.
Is something like that. So you always hear about it. Like, there's two ways to go. When you grow up in that kind of environment, you either follow what you see, and you become that person, or you switch it up. Did you have to, like, really pull yourself together to switch it up, or was it just like, nah, I'm not trying to be that guy?
No, like, so when I was like in what way, but what do you mean?
So look, you seem like a pretty decent bloke right now, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people might have experienced that, and then they might have went down the drug user side, got into it. Was there a time where you thought you might have ended up that way, or you knew from day dot that that's not what the life?
No way. I was never gonna do that.
Yeah, heck.
Like, I watched. The only reason why I'm like so heavily against drugs is like, bro, I watched my dad get cooked on ice, speed. My uncle overdosed on heroin. My brother had a bad habit. My cousin had a bad habit. My mates had a habit. Do you know what I mean? So what am I going to do? Be the sixth one with a habit? There's no way. You know what I mean? I smoked pot for ages. I've been off the pot for 1 year and 2 months now. I don't smoke cigarettes no more. I don't smoke nothing. You know what I mean? So from young, I've always said I'll never get on drugs because I've always been around it. You go to my area now, everyone that I grew up with is on the eye. Do you know what I mean? I could have been like that. So that, no way. From young, I've always been like that.
But that's hectic. That's the positive side of it. That's pretty much what I was saying. There are the people that do get stuck, and it continues to trend down the line, sadly,
100%. Like, people that I grew up with, cuz never smoked pot, but now they got a bad gear habit. How does that work? You know what I mean? I don't know, it's just twisted, bro.
Yeah, amen, bro. All right.
Robs, you're looking healthy, man.
Right, 100%.
Yeah, I am.
Hey, look at Rob's filling out this shirt, bro. Look at the sleeve, the rat's tail, long, looking healthy, looking plaited.
Speaking of the shirt, Rops1, Music Save Me merch on its way. Come on.
Merch.
Is it out now?
Nah.
Oh,
It'll be out, but it'll be out very soon.
And
When are we dropping this?
About under a month.
Under a month.
Rops1.com.
Hey, save up your money, Rops1.com.
Even the website
Rops1.com.
address is a bar in itself. All right, Rops1.com. Hectic. All right, bro. Switch up the vibe. every episode we have a little segment. We call it it doesn't have a name. It's a bit of a co-sign segment, bro. We just want you to list one artist and tell us a bit about them. They might be young, they might be old, but just someone who deserves a bit more shine, bro.
One artist, bro.
All right, you can pick two, but just
one artist.
Do two or three.
Right.
Do 2 or 3.
How are you gonna do this to me, bro?
All right, you can pick a few.
What?
Just give us a bit
Like,
about.
what are we talking? Underrated? No one knows of?
Yeah, pretty much a bit more underrated that you think might deserve a bit of shine from you, not from yourself, but people watching him might go home and tune in and check him out.
I don't know, my boy Teskey.
Teskey?
Yeah, and Prosper.
They releasing much music?
Not really, bro. Okay. That's the thing. And my boy KZ from OTG. Teskey, Prosper, and KZ would have to be the 3 that need to start pulling their heads in.
Right.
And especially KZ, bro.
Yeah, what's KZ been doing, bro?
Nothing, bro. I go to the studio, cuz, and he's got like a full album. And I'm like, let's start dropping music. Like, we got a song that's ready to drop, but he doesn't want to drop it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Teskey, Prosper, and KZ.
Right.
They need to start working.
Drop the songs, guys, bro.
Yeah,
before we can tap anyone in, you need music
out there. Start dropping
there.
music, legit.
Let's
straight
go,
up.
Bro.
Drop the music.
Another artist, I posted something from yourself, I think last year. You had a phone call from Selly talking about new music he had coming on the way, bro.
Yeah.
2 things. 1, have you heard any of this music?
No.
Heard his bars?
No.
2, have you kept in contact with him since? And
I haven't spoke to
doing?
Selly since, no.
You haven't?
No.
All right.
So my mate was locked up with him at the time.
Okay.
And he's like, Selly's in the wing. I was like, chuck him on the phone.
Yeah.
But Selly should be out very soon. Like real soon.
So we can expect new music no matter what anyway.
100%.
Surely.
100%.
Can we expect a Rops Selly collab?
Let's hope.
Hey,
Let's hope. That's all we can say. Let's hope.
Right.
I'm keen. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I think out of 1-4, his style definitely suits yours the most because he's on that fucking bar-driven punchline.
Selly's one of the best, bro. Legit.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Selly since he used to go at the old 3T days when it was NF14. So yeah.
OG fan here.
Yeah, I'm an OG fan of Selly, bro. Legit OG, proper.
So when I look back at your career, you're one of the very few artists who can, hang with a 1-4 or one of these new age drill groups, but then also just fucking go toe to toe with, the old school grime guys like Smash Brothers, Fracture, Dime, all these guys. You're in a very rare position in that sense. And what do you think it is about your career or your artistry that makes you be able to fit in with these different circles within rap?
I know, because I fuck with all of them. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up listening to Fracture, Sky High, Schemo, do you know what I mean? Enter, stuff like that. And then 1-4, I've listened to 1-4 since NF14, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. But, bro, like, I fuck with everyone in the music scene, you know what I mean? Like, if I genuinely fuck with you, I fuck with you.
But your music is well liked, like Kev said. It's
100%. Yeah, it is well liked
and
as well.
And it just seems to be taken by everyone. Even shout out Knox from Queensland. I don't know if you keep in contact with Knox. He's, from what I see, a huge fan of yourself.
Yeah, I was following, because I lost my Instagram, my old one.
What happened
now
to
I don't.
that, bro?
Yeah, what happened?
Bro, Instagram, bro, right? So at this time, I was smoking, and people would send me packs. You know what I mean? And I don't get how some rappers can sit here putting weed on their story. I do it, and I get banned and get my account removed.
That's all
How
it
does
was.
that work? That's what it was for breaching community guidelines. That's what I got my account removed for. Tried to appeal it, they knocked it back.
No way, bro. How many followers did you have at that time, too?
Like 60?
Yeah, that's a stitch up.
I was burning, bro. Burning.
I swear you can sell weed on Instagram. What do you mean?
Bro, listen, I get a pack. I put up a video shouting out who sent me the pack, and then my account's gone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but these certain rappers can do whatever they want.
the
How does
time,
that
bro.
work, cuz? You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah,
Hey, Instagram customer service.
Yeah, like, bro, that's
Sort it
bullshit,
out,
bro.
boys. Come on.
100% it is. So, yeah, I was spewing, I lost my account. But
I
what
can't
can
believe that's
do?
all it was. I thought you got hacked or something.
No hack, nothing. Breaching community guidelines is what I lost my account for. Yeah.
Keep the weed off the gram, bro.
Yeah, none of that shit no more,
No
bro.
more.
No red hot shit.
So speaking of Frax and that kind of older grime crew, one of the first tracks that I heard of yours actually was the one take that you did with Hazard. It was in like some sort of farmhouse.
Bring Haz back.
Hey,
Haz needs to come
saying.
back. Legit.
I just heard on the grapevine, I seen him a couple of weeks ago that he might be coming back, bro.
Yeah?
He might be coming back. You didn't hear it
Bro.
from me, but Haz.
Is that an exclusive, Kev? Everyone
it's
else
an
drops exclusive. Is
He
that
just dropped an
exclusive? Come on.
exclusive. I've been listening to Hazard since like that cone piece diss.
iconic.
From that is, that was the first video I seen, and then after that, samurai sword, katana. He's a beast, bro. Legit beast. That's why I was
100%.
G that I done the one take with him, because I was a big fan. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And this was before most cunts in Australia even knew what grime was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Haz was getting retweeted by Skepta, had like
Yeah.
2 million views on
That's
on,
what I
on the
mean,
Cone
bro.
Piece disc.
That's what I mean. So no one really knew about that. Because when I started doing music, I was doing grime. Because I was listening to grime all the time, you know what I mean? And then, I ended up just switching up my sound. Now I do grime, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever floats your boat. But yeah, that's what I come up listening to was grime.
Straight after this, you got to message Haz.
I
We're going
will.
to bring Haz back.
Yeah, Haz, bro, you need to come back, legit. I'm telling you. He's one of the best, bro. I'm telling you. He rips me.
100. And last time I actually seen you in real life, you were performing, opening for Kersers at the Enmore Theatre.
Yeah, that was last year when I seen you.
December
Yeah.
last year, a couple of months. And also playing that show was the 046. Obviously, you're very proud of coming from Southwest Sydney. How does it feel to see, yourself, the 046, Kersers about to drop an album? How does it feel seeing so many artists from the area just running the rap game?
Big accomplishment, especially coming from Seatown. You know what I mean? You got Claymore, Macfields, and Ingleburn. You know what I mean? That's massive, bro. Legit massive. It's a big accomplishment, bro. Even just to be on stage with Kersers, you know what I mean, is cracker.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, bro. Kersers obviously had a big impact on yourself.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
In what way has it affected everything you've done within your music and your life, man?
But I grew up listening to Kersers, and then watching him doing what he's done made me want to go harder. Do you understand what I mean? And this is no hate towards Enter or anything, but you look at Enter and Kersers, they've been rapping for majority of the same time. Who's more successful? Do you understand what I mean? And that's no hate for Enter. I love Enter. Enter's, you know what I mean, my boy. I've been listening to him for years too. But Kersers went hard with it. So that's why I was always like, bro, I want to be like him. You know what I mean? I want to go hard. So I just grind like Kersers.
Man,
Legit.
Kersers has really done the unthinkable with how long he's kept the rain going.
100%.
I know. So you played at his show. Last time I saw him was in Queensland, bro. And I just I wonder if his crowd's getting older. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's I was there. It's fresh 18-year-olds
yeah,
still
that's
going
what I
wild. So
mean,
he's
bro.
still pulling in new faces,
Yeah,
bro.
I know, bro. And he's been doing it for years, bro. See, when I was growing up, it was the Metros versus the lads. If you listen to 360, listen, you were a Metro. End of discussion. You listen to Kersers, you were a Eshe. Yeah. And I always grew up listening to Kersers, you know what I mean? And bro, look at 360 now. Look at him.
Have you heard new 360?
No, I don't listen
Not
to him.
gonna give him the chance.
You know what I mean? No way. Kersers, bro, he's a king, bro. I don't care what anyone says. I've got a lot of love for Kersers, bro.
I highly agree,
King
bro.
of Oz rap, bro. You ain't outdoing him. Legit, you ain't outdoing him. There's no way.
What was it like for, is that something he knows through other kids in Campbelltown too? Or is it just strictly the rappers out there? You know what I mean? Because he obviously put on for the area as well as, in the rap scene.
Yeah, I know for me, bro, Kersers big inspiration for me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't say the same for other rappers from the area. You know what I mean? But for me, Enter and Kersers, bro, legit, two of my biggest inspirations in Oz music. Oh, yeah, bro. Straight up.
Right,
Kersers is about to drop his 10th and final album. I think it's got fucking 27 tracks or something. Produced by Open Till Late. Shout out to Open Till Late too. Come on the pod.
Is he doing the whole album, the entire thing?
I think he's doing the whole album.
Anyway, crazy.
So what are you expecting from this record? The 10th album.
I reckon he told me it's going to be the best one yet. So I believe it. Straight up. When he dropped that, what was the one you filmed, Mez? One where he shouts at me in 046.
Shout out Mez in the background over here.
Shout out to my manager Mez too. Proper G.
I did Dead Set for him and I did Been Some Time and thingy. I've heard 90% of the album.
And what are your thoughts, bro? Tell us your thoughts.
Fucking cracker, bro.
Fucking cracker is what we're hearing. Fucking cracker.
It's Mez approved.
Yeah,
Mez
it's
approved.
Mez approved. It's
I don't
Mez
need to
approved.
prove it. Bro, it is his best. It's not geeing it up.
But yeah, I got mad sad, bro, when he told me he's done. You know what I mean? The full luck made me burn, bro.
What do you got? You're gonna jump on these shows coming up? Any chance of this?
I can't talk about that, but listen, if you're from Sydney, buy your Sydney tickets. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm hearing an exclusive here.
That's an
Rops1
exclusive.
Kersers show.
But, wait, if you're from
Kersers show.
Sydney, just buy your Sydney Kersers show, bro. Legit,
yeah,
buy them
right.
tickets.
Hey, man.
That's an
Straight up.
inadvertent exclusive.
You know what I mean? But I ain't saying nothing. Just buy them tickets, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, bro, look, you're still only 23. You're young as hell, to be honest. It's crazy to see what you've done in this short amount of time.
Yeah, I know.
Do you see music being your whole future? Have you got anything else lined up on what you're trying to do next?
Yeah, I'm just doing music.
That's it?
Yeah.
I like it, bro.
I ain't trying to work no 9 to 5, brother.
Amen.
You know what I mean? I just want to... That's why I grind hard with the music, lad.
Yeah,
So,
right.
yeah, that's what I plan on doing, music. And if rap don't work, cuz we're going back
Nah,
to
rap's
something
working,
else,
bro.
you know
Don't
what I
worry
mean?
about that.
But, yeah. But if it doesn't work, cuz, then, yeah, we're back in the area.
All All right.
Happy days. But I hope it does work.
Yeah,
proper.
right.
You know
Same,
what I mean?
man. All right, what's on the cards for the rest of the year, man? No, it's still mid 2023.
At the moment, I'm trying to do some shows. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say too much,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to get some shows going out of state as well. I've got new merch coming. I'm trying to focus on this next album. I want to drop this next album in the next 4 or 5 months. I want to do 2 albums this year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to focus on that and just shows, merch and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Bro. Keep the hustle going.
Yeah,
huh?
and build up my socials more. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Right, before
No weed on Instagram.
Yeah, no weed on Instagram, cuz disclaimer.
Big
none of
message,
that.
bro.
Straight up.
All right, before we let you go, bro, is there any last message for everyone that's been tuning in, everyone that's streaming your shit, everyone that's run it up, anything you want to say to people at home before
I
you?
appreciate everyone running up my album, yeah? Make sure you go cop new merch.
Yeah.
Make sure you run up this when this drops.
Yeah.
And I've got something coming for you very soon. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, before we leave, what is it, bro?
I can't say.
What is it, bro?
I can't say.
Oh, we try. All right, bro. Appreciate you coming through.
No, I appreciate
Music's
it.
Stayed Me Out now. Heavy album, heavy insight to Robs. Go stream it.
Go run it up.
It's
Straight in
Rops.
the album, Music Saved Me, Rops1.
Hey, Robs,
Appreciate
take
it.
flight. 24 karat Kev Wings. We out.